Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about Rend, a game that is an alpha. It's kind of like a survival game like Ark Survival Evolved or Rust, and it has some very interesting concepts that we'll go into later. Alright, so when you start up the game, you can pick between 3 different classes or factions. Now, these factions do not have anything to do with each other, they're just pretty much the color that you like the best, as each faction will fight it out. So there's no benefit of choosing one faction, it's just which color you particularly like. And then you get to customize your character any way you like. There's a lot of different customizations. You can customize the hair, beard, color, and more. And then you'll go into the game and start your journey. So you spawn like pretty much naked like you do in Ark Survival Evolved. Then there are these weird stone things that you come across. These are just helpful hints get you started into the game. So being a survival game, there is a huge crafting system where you can craft a lot of different stuff to get you started. There's also like building parts, there's taming stuff you can craft. You can level up your skills in certain adventuring, crafting, combat areas. So once you keep practice makes perfect, of course, so it will get easier as you perform a certain task. You can research some abilities or unlock some certain items by researching them. Now there are the talents. So you can pick 2 classes that you want to pursue. So the assassin does long distance attacks and has poison attacks. So that's your general assassin, sneak from the shadows. Your warlord just rushes into battle. I think he's more like a melee guy. He uses strength and force to kill his opponents. The pathfinder uses like the nature and the land around him. So that will relate a lot to your skills. Like do you want to level up faster? Do you want to cut down trees faster? Something like that. And then the shaman. The shaman can tame beasts and then claim spirits for Valhalla. So you commune with the spirit world to tame a beast. So if you like that mystical, otherworldly class kinda, you might want to pick the shaman. So you have food, water, and energy that you need to take care of. You can find water by just looking for lakes or like ponds or something, but food's a little bit trickier. You can kill certain animals, or you can find like melons around the area. There are a lot of different enemies actually I found that do a lot of different. Some will just run away, some just fight you, some will just stand there. And also you can build in this game. So create constructions to hide from the animals that will hunt you down, or just to show off to other players. Or maybe hide yourself from the other factions that are trying to kill you. Yeah, so I found about 5-ish different creatures. There's probably more in other areas. This is like woolly mammoth guy, there's a boar, there's a wolf. So as you explore this Rend area, you'll find a lot of different creatures, terrain, different types of weather, and more. So once you start off, you'll basically have nothing, so you have to gather your food and water and everything else by yourself. So basically, in this game, you're just like punching stuff to get it. You can punch trees, you can punch these watermelons, you can punch bushes to get some leaves. And your main objective is to get to your stronghold. So each faction has their own stronghold, and this can't be entered by other players or animals, so you're safe here. In your stronghold you'll find various different kinds of buildings that can help you level up and further your quest to survive. So you can also find weapons and armor if you're lucky. So make sure to stop here to get like a bow and arrow or something. For free, basically. There's a lot of different types of weapons you can craft. There's also a lot of different materials to build with if you need that. So visiting your stronghold will help you a lot to get started if the other people in your faction are generous enough to put it in the boxes. So from bushes or like little shrubs you get raw fiber, which can be used to craft twine and other things like that. And you can actually level up from just punching stuff. So make sure to gather materials to level up, and then level up that skill. Whichever class or archetype you chose, you can level up at 1 point for every level you gain, so make sure to choose wisely. And once you put a point into that particular archetype, you cannot switch them anymore. So you're locked in until you create another character or that server dies. So you can craft axes, you can craft armor, you can craft bandages, other stuff, and more stuff will be unlockable as you level up and progress through the game. And also left clicking and right clicking to harvest different materials. So actually left clicking would maybe give you something like a raw fiber, but then right clicking would actually give you something totally different. So make sure you left and right click to get all the materials you need. Alright, so with an axe, you deal more damage, but these enemies are still hard to kill as I'm just holding a little beginner weapon. But it will be worth it in the end as they will drop food and a lot of experience. So make sure to dodge all the attacks to not get hurt so you don't bleed out, and eventually you will kill the enemy. So after a lot of hard work, you get 2 meat. Be careful as they can bring food poisoning though, as I quickly found out. So make sure you gotta cook them in the campfire or something to not get the food poisoning. But they do provide a lot of food energy to regain even if you do get food poisoning. And also you have to craft bandages so that you can stop bleeding, but unfortunately I'm not high enough level, so I'm eventually gonna die. So you can hit most things here, even these little poppies here, which don't even look hittable, but you can gather a lot of different resources in this Rend map. So discover, try to hit things. I'm sure they will add a lot more in the future. So when you die, you can actually pick where to spawn, depending on how far your faction has captured other points. You can spawn at the capture points, or you can spawn at your stronghold or other areas. So this area has biting cold, so it's a frost land. So if I do not get to a campfire soon, I will die by the freezing cold. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comments below. If you want to get in the alpha, you can still apply for it, I think, if you go to the Rend website. So tell me down in the comments below. If you like this game, do you not like it? What things could you improve on it? And thank you guys for watching.